Shri Tripura Rahasyam MahatmyaKhandam Chapter 4. En route, Parasurama was filled with extreme repentance. Humiliated, he proceeded with following thoughts. Giving the earth to Kashyapa, I indeed promised that henceforth I will not in anger yield the weapon on kings. Lamentable in my mental delusion. Lamentable is my mental delusion. What can I say about my change? By the mighty foe called anger, I have fallen into an abyss of delusion. Anger really kills ascesis. Ascesis verily gets destroyed by anger. Thoughts generated by the pious mind stay away from the angry man. Just as a loyal wife stays away from a paramour, good thoughts do not even touch me. How can an angry person possess reflection, even so beauty with vitiligo? What will a terrible, reproachable act an angry person not do, like a goblin? There is not the slightest difference between the angry person and the devil on this earth. In both the angry one and the devil is seen the torturing of children and loved ones. An angry person kills anyone, he kills even his preceptor Guru. Anger alone is the great enemy by which I have reached this state. In the past, like a low-born brute. In the past, like a low-born brute, I killed many infants of Kshatriyas by snatching them from their mothers' hands. Pitiable was my cruelty. What offense to me was done by the Kshatriya infants? Children, crores in number, visible or distant, had been tortured by me. The ascesis of a person who has not conquered anger is similar to the joy of a king whose enemy is growing in strength. My father was killed by only one, but I killed the entire lot of kings. My action, like a man-eating devil, is highly reproachable. My arrogance is the root cause of my anger. Because of that, I am swallowed by the mighty python, the serpent of anger. As he was thinking so, Parasurama saw a great person who was like a mass of effulgence, a burning mountain, who had a beautiful, well-built body, fully blossomed lotus-like eyes. Though that person's body was dirty, his hair disheveled, his behavior mad, he looked like a great soul, a king among sages, a learned person. Parasurama saw that noble person who had taken to abstinence and abundant religious life and its codes, who was standing naked, dirty, exuding ichor like an inebriated elephant. Seeing him, Parasurama became very doubtful. Who is this person with conflicting behavior, exhibiting good and bad signs? Is he a great person, or is he a learned one, or is he some one else? Regarding this, the mind cannot conclude as regarding an actor differently dressed. If he were to be insane, how could he possess effulgence? However, he looks very much like a person who does not disregard the path of righteousness. Hence, he should be some great person in disguise. He should be examined somehow. Thus thought Parasurama. With a smile, Parasurama asked him, O exalted one, who are you? You appear like a great person. What is this state of yours? Tell me all this. Hearing the words of Parasurama, that person started running away, hurling pieces of stones and repeatedly laughing loudly. Talking madly, that person displayed great insanity. While he was behaving like this, Parasurama quickly caught hold of him. Holding him, Parashurama thought thus, this person has not understood me. I will test him once more and then go my own way. Deciding thus, Parashurama started abusing him very much. Even very much abused, he was unaffected. There was not even a slightest change in his countenance. Then Bhargava concluded that he must be a great person. Falling at the feet of that sage, Parashurama adored him. That sage was then happy and filled with compassion towards Bhargava. Then the sage with a smile spoke words full of many truths. O Bhargava, you asked me who I am. Listen to this. If you have understood the word tvam, you, your question is useless like grinding the flour. If you have not understood the meaning of the word tvam, then again that phrase is useless. If you have understood that through somebody, then tell me that. You have not cognized the conscious self because it is not cognizable. You have seen the physical body. There is no doubt in that because your inquiry is well based on appellation. Thus you know what is sensory through its designation. You have not known that which is not self-revealing and severally imagined. Is the consciousness is not confined to a single space because of its association with the body? Therefore, O Rama, I will answer you if you ask your doubt clearly. Hearing the words of the sage, Parashurama's speech, intellect, and valor were stupefied. Then, with shyness, he addressed the yogi with prayer and prostration. O great person, I do not know the answer to that. Indeed, teach me by taking me as your disciple free from sin. Thus told by Parashurama, the sage with compassion started to narrate sweetly his story. O Bhargava, I belong to Angirasa lineage. I am the disciple of my brother. With great qualities, I am well known in the three worlds as Samvarta. I will tell you about me. Listen with attention. Some time ago, I developed enmity to my brother who was my preceptor. Thereby I became disgusted and attained this condition indeed. Later I was suitably instructed by the Guru Dattatreya. Understanding that everything is self-consciousness and all this is its sport, I am treading the path of fearlessness, free from flashes of doubts and bound firmly as a puppet to the string. Listening to his words, Parashurama, with folded palms and prayerful voice, addressed the sage thus: O great soul, bless me who is distressed by this worldly life by putting me on the fearless, auspicious path. Being addressed thus, the merciful sage spoke again. My child, listen to my words. The essence of all knowledge, the path pursued by you presently, is dreadful and highly harmful. It is like someone deluded by fate fearlessly and ignorantly, wandering aimlessly in an unknown path which is filled with enemies and suffers frequently, expecting comfort. Similar is the journey in the worldly life. Then, awakened by some great person, he proceeds in the right path, ridiculing those in the wrong path. Similarly, initiated by my Guru, I am happily going all over on the right path, ridiculing those on the wrong path. The path of worldly life is contradictory and painful. Though suffering in life, the deluded do not realize this. Foolish persons are confined to the web of misery with a notional happiness. To them, the path that we sages travel is difficult to access. Therefore, by understanding the nature of self-knowledge with detachment, worship Maheshwari, the inner strength as taught by the Guru. Then, with a little of her grace, attain oneness with the self, which is equanimous with everything, knowing other than that self to be a reflection, semblance of that Shakti, which is none other than yourself. Through a universal Guru, you move around freely like me, without doubt, fear, and disturbance. For a person who has the feeling as a knower, who has eradicated the feeling that he is the physical body, who experiences everything within him, who experiences himself in everything, who always concentrates as a knower on what is to be known by keeping awake, there is no action to be done in the path of worldly life. Furthermore, to begin with, one should know the defects in the path of worldly life. By that, he will quickly develop indifference to the world, followed by righteous characteristics. A human being, by constantly practicing this quintessence that has been told by me, will very soon attain the auspicious supreme path, thinking that the words told by Samvarta are unimaginable and beyond sensory comprehension. Bhargava, with turbid mind, said again to Samvarta, O great one, I have not clearly understood your words containing the base essence of knowledge because of their great depth. My doubt is because of its brevity. O omniscient, kindly tell me in detail so that I can understand. Protect me who is seeking your succor. Listening to the words of Bhargava, Samvarta meditated and came to know the future of Bhargava and spoke sweet words. O Rama, the path told by me is not shrouded. Because of its subtle transcendental nature, this knowledge cannot be grasped by persons with polluted minds. Since this knowledge can be known only by practice, it is difficult to be told easily. Because of its non-worldly nature, it is said to be difficult to acquire. That knowledge cannot be got without serving the feet of Sri Tripurambika, and that service is not possible by any other means other than the grace of the Gurunatha. Association with noble persons is instrumental for the grace of the Guru, through which everything is achieved. Therefore, O Bhargava, go to Sri Guru Dattatreya. By pleasing him through service, you will soon get your wants. How indeed can one obtain auspiciousness without the protection of the Guru? Just as none other than the sun can lead a person who has lost his way in the darkness of the night, no one without service to Guru can get happiness. Just as the maker of collyrium to the blind, there is no recourse other than the Guru. Lord Sadashiva himself, due to compassion towards his devotees, is roaming in the form of a human being as Dattatreya. In the three worlds, who, although rich, can get satisfaction without taking shelter at the lotus feet of the Guru. Therefore, quickly go from here to the feet of the Guru. Then worship him with pure devotion, free from deceit. What is not achievable in the three worlds if the Guru is pleased? Presently he is living in his meritorious hermitage, situated on the mountain named Gandhamadana, occupied by accomplished yogis. I will get back. Be lucky. May your desires be fulfilled. Saying so, Samvarta went in the aerial path as Parasurama was seeing him. In a minute, Samvarta went beyond view into the northeast quarter, just like a mass of cloud driven away by the wind. Then Parasurama, who was surrounded by the hastening words of Samvarta, decided to go to Guru Dattatreya. End of the 4th chapter of the MahatmyaKhandam of Sri Tripura Rahasyam.